Check this 1-1. Prince Sushmapati Mahadev ki jai, Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Let us all stand. We are about to begin beautiful Aarti. Tat Shakti Durga Mata. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyaya Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namo Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Nishidina तुमको ध्यावत हरि ब्रह्मा शिव जी. निशिदिना तुमको ध्यावत हरि ब्रह्मा शिव जी. जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी. 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 ओम धूम दुर्गाय नमः. मांग सिंदूर विराजत इको मृग मद को. ओ मांग सिंदूर विराजत इको अमृत मद को. उज्ज्वल से गौनैना चंद्र बदननी को. जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी. हो मैया जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी. कनक समान करे वर रकांबर राजी. ओ कनक समान करे वर रकांबर राजी. रक्त पुष्प गलमाला घंटाहार साजी. जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी. हो मैया जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी. हरि शुंभ निशुंभ विधारी महिषासुर घाती. शुंभ निशुंभ विधारी महिषासुर घाती. धूम्र विलोचन नैना निषिद्ध मदमाती. जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी. हो मैया जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी. ब्रह्माणी रुद्राणी तुम कमला रानी. ब्रह्माणी रुद्राणी तुम कमला रानी. आगमन गम बतानी तुम शिव पतरानी. जय अम्बे जय श्यामा गौरी जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी। ओम दुम दुर्गाय नमः। चौसत युगनी गावत नृत्य करत भैरो। ओ चौसत युगनी गावत नृत्य करत भैरो। बाजत ता मृदंगा और बाजत के डमरू। जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी। कबलो के हमरी कबरिया हो बजरंग बली। कबलो के हमरे कबरिया हो बजरंग बली। बजरंग बली बजरंग बली बजरंग बली बजरंग बली बजरंग बली बजरंग बली। कबलो के हमरी कबरिया हो बजरंग बली। कबलो के हमरे कबरिया हो बजरंग बली। कलियो के कपल पीछा न छोरे रामा पीछा न छोरे। कलियो के कपल पीछा न छोरे रामा पीछा न छोरे। पग पग पाप की गठरिया हो पग पग पाप की गठरिया हो बजरंग बली। कबलो के हमरे कबरिया हो बजरंग बली। कबलो के हमरे कबरिया हो बजरंग बली। हो बोलो कबलो के हमरे कबरिया हो बजरंग बली। कबलो के हमरे कबरिया हो बजरंग बली। हो बोलो कबलो के हमरे कबरिया हो। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। आसन लीजिए सब लोग दरसालते कर सीट्स। On this divine and beautiful night, once more, my friends, we'd like to take this wonderful opportunity. On behalf of the members of this wonderful Bhawani Ashraam, this beautiful mandir, we say Swagatam or Namaskar karta hu sab log. To all our devotees, may the blessings of the Divine Mother be upon your lives. To the members of my wonderful group, to all those who are tuned in around the world, as we join together in prayer and in devotion, to all those who have sacrificed your time, your efforts, your energy to be here, may the Divine and Auspicious Mother continue to bring forth the blessings that we deserve. But at this time, without further ado, let us all sit upright. Let us close our eyes so that we can join in our mantras of invocation, where we invite the deities of the skies and the heavens to descend to this beautiful ashram, to touch our hearts with a spark of blessing, divinity, perfection. And we join in Omkar 3 times. वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु दुर्गारूपेण संस्थिता। नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु लक्ष्मीरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु सरस्वतीरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। प्रणव पवन कुमार कलबन पावक ज्ञान धन जासु हृदयागा बसहि राम सरचापधम अतुलित बलधाम भीम शैलावदेहम धनुजवन कृशानम ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकल गुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपति प्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। उल्लङ्घ्य सिन्धुः सलिलं सलीलं यः शोकवहि जनकात्मजायाः आजानते नैव ददाहलङ्का नमामि तं प्राञ्जन्याञ्जलेयम् मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयुतमोक्ष्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये। ॐ श्री हनुमते नमः। ॐ श्री हनुमते नमः। ॐ श्री हनुमते नमः। We join all together tonight once more. Today is called Mangalvar. As we pay adorations to our Lord, to Mahaviri Swami, we join in 40 verses of prayer, 40 verses of devotion, and we chant His name again and again. Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram। श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मना मुकुर सुधार वरना रघुवर विमल जिसु जुदाय कृपल जाय बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरा पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार। राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सागर जय कपीश द्युलोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बलधाम अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नाम महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन वरण विराज सुवेशा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केश वज्र और ध्वजा विराजै कांधे मोज जनेऊ सार शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय जय हो। अभिमानी बोलिए ओम श्री हनुमते नमः। रूप धरिसि अहित गावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवार लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत सम भाई सहस वदन तुम रोज सगावै अस कैसे पटि कंठ लगावै सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद शारद सहित अहीसा यम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुमो पुकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राज पर दीना राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय जय ओम श्री हनुमते नमः। तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय तब जग जान युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्युताहि मधुर पल जान प्रभु मोद्र का मिल मुख माई जल्दी लांग गए अचर जनाई दुर्गम का जगत के जेते सब अनुग्रह तुमरे देते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे उतना तुम्हारे शरणा रक्षक गाओ को डरना आपन तेज संभारो आप तीनहु लोग आपते काबै भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे राम सिया राम जय जय राम सिया राम जय जय राम। क्या और गर्मी श्री हनुमान रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावै मर्दम वचन ध्यान जो लावै सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावै सोई अमित जीवन फल पावै चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा सिद्ध जगत उजियार साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलार अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता असबर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दाता राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय हो। प्रणाम स्तु बजरंग बली। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाए कहा जन्म हरि भक्त काल और देवता चित्तन धरहि हनुमत से सर्व सुख करहि संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरै हनुमत बलबीरा जय 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 बोलो जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाथ शत बार पाठ कर कोई तुतहि बंदे महासुत होय जो यहाँ पर हनुमान चालीसा तो सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जयनाथ हृदय महादेरा राम सिया राम जय जय राम 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 राम सिया जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय जय 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 राम सिया पवन तने संकट हरण मंगला मूर्ति राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसो सुरभु। पवन सुत हनुमान की बजरंगबली की जय। As we begin this beautiful night, a night in devotion and prayer to the Divine Mother once more, we will worship Adi Shakti Durga Mata. It is said in Nauraatri period, many people will come together and they will praise many forms, many manifestations of the Divine Devi, Adi Shakti. And while once more we have come gathered together with our love and our devotion to praise the universal Devi, with our humility, with our devotion from our hearts, once more we join in the golden pages of Devi Bhagavatam. As we're about to dive in our nectar, today is called Mangalvar, It is also a day dedicated to whom? Shri Hanumanji. It is dedicated to Pavanaputra. Lord Hanumanji has shown the world that he is filled with strength. He is filled with that inner peace. And at the same time, virtues of all kind. Today when we glorify him, it is said Bajrangabali would have turned to his mother first and foremost before he turned to the world. When he was about to go to fight with Bhagwan Shri Ramachandra, it is said he paid his pranams and he spoke to his mother through the divine mind and the power of his thoughts. And he said, Maya, today I'm about to go on a journey, a spiritual path, one in which I'll be standing beside the Lord of the entire universe. And the mother blessed him and she says, child, as long as you go out and you perform your duty in the right context, then I bless you and you'll always be successful. With the parents' blessing, we will always be happy. With our parents' blessing, with our mother's blessing and our father's blessing, we'll never fail or falter in the world. We'll always be happy, contented and comfortable. But the moment we let down the thoughts of our parents and the elders and those in authority, it is said we fall into the pits of the world and through negativity. Today, as we're about to go into our scripture, it is said we will start with a wonderful message of Bajrangabali, where it is said Mahavir Swami, he decided now to speak to his mother. And when he spoke to her, he says, Ma, as I touch your feet, I am Pavanaputra. I am known to be a powerful one, but without your grace, I cannot do anything. And our Lord Bajrangabali, he prostrated to the divine Devi. Our mothers represent Devi. Our mothers represent Adi Shakti. Our mothers, they represent the universal goddess. And when you make them happy and you make them proud, you are making the goddess proud. Matra Deva Bhava, remember, she stands in our home. Mahaviri Swami, as we begin this night with a chant, he touches the feet of his mother. And on that day when he saw Sita Devi Mata, he only paid his pranams. And he says, Sita Maya, look at me as your son. Look at me as a young one in the world. And all I need is your blessing. Today we are saying, Ma, Raksha Karo Maya, Kshama Karo Ma. Give us your blessing and protect us in the world. Because we are living in a world where every single day we are bombarded by some issue, some problem or some difficult path. And while we seek your blessing, we only pray that you will bless us. We dive into our scriptures where we are about to speak of a mother who has 7 children. And amongst the 7 children, they are all sons, 7 sons. And amongst them all, it is said 6 of them, they are leading a righteous and a divine life. But one of them is struggling to make it out into the world. When we speak of Devi and we speak of Bhagavan Shri Hanumanji, we join in this chant fiercely. Rama Bhaktam, Rama Bhaktam, Rama Bhaktam, Balavantam, Vande Santam Hanumantam. Vande Santam Hanumantam, Vande Santam Hanumantam, Vande Santam Hanumantam, Vande Santam Hanumantam, Rama Bhaktam Balavantam, Rama Bhaktam, Rama Bhaktam, Rama Bhaktam, Rama Bhaktam. ज्ञान पंडित अंजन तनया, ज्ञान पंडित अंजन तनया, ज्ञान पंडित अंजन तनया, पवना पुत्रम भास्कर तेजम, पवना पुत्रम भास्कर तेजम, भास्कर तेजम, भास्कर तेजम, वंदे संतम हनुमंतम, वंदे संतम हनुमंतम. Vayudeva, 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 Vayudeva. Vayudeva, Vanaravira, Vayudeva, Vanaravira, Sachidananda, Sachidananda, Pranadeva, Sachidananda, Pranadeva, 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 Vande Santam Hanumantam, Vande Santam Hanumantam, Vande Santam Hanumantam, Vande Santam. We pay salutations to Mahadev. Vande Santam Hanumantam, 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 Baba Hanumantam, Hanumantam, Veera Hanumantam, 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 Hanumantam. Rama Bhaktam, Rama Bhaktam, Rama Bhaktam, Balavantam, Vande Santam Hanumantam. Pawan Sutta Hanuman ki. Our katha begins where we speak about an old mother. She has 7 sons. How many children you have? 5? How much you have? 2? How many people have 5 and 6 and 7 children? Anybody here? 7, 8? Your mom has 16? Jai Narayan. That's a blessing. 16 children. And I met one mother in Trinidad, she has 21. Hari Narayan. Remember what we said in the first night? Do you all remember what was the message on the first night? Which Devi did we speak of on the first night? Huh? What did we speak of on the first night? Mother Earth. You remember? Prithvi Mata, Bhumi Mata, Dharti Mata. The mother says, I can have any amount of children in the world and I can take care of all of them well. But if I have one bad child, I can't bear the burdens of a headache. In Trinidad, there are many parents that we speak to who have 15 and 16 and 18 and 21. And they say, Panaji, you know what? I can take care of all of them really well. But if one child gets trouble, I can't manage none after that. It is said when the children make their parents proud and happy, they will do anything and they are willing to do everything to make you happy and make you proud. They are doing anything and they will be willing to make you comfortable and satisfied and contented in the world. But when you give the mothers problems, they can't manage to do anything. They can't even take care of their own selves after that because their life becomes stressed. Today in our message, a mother has 7 sons. And out of the 7 sons, 6 of them, they're doing well. They have a job, they bring in their money, they bring in their finance, they're living comfortable, they're happily married and their life goes on and the mother is happy. But there's one son. There's a saying back home, they say, sometimes you could have how much children? There must be that one that get trouble. Is that true saying? It must have that one in his set. We must have that one amongst all of them that will be the troubled child. It says one child couldn't be successful. 7 of them, 6 of them are happy, but one, he had to depend on his mother. As a big man, he became married, but even after marriage, he has to depend on his mother to take care of him. Even after marriage, he couldn't take care of his wife. He couldn't take care of his own self or the things that he would have to taken care of in a marriage. It says when an individual takes it upon himself to join or to go into Grihastha Ashram or marriage life, it means that you are accepting a responsibility. When you're about to get married, 3 days before, sometimes we have what we call the dye ceremony or the Hardi ki Raat, the night of the rubbing of the Hardi. On the night of the Hardi, it is said the mother takes a little bit of oil and she pours it into her hand. And after she pours it into her hand, she then stands behind the son or her daughter and she starts to sap the head. It says when you're a baby, as a child, the mother would have come to you and she would have taken the oil and rubbed your head and rubbed your entire body with coconut oil and so. But on the day of a wedding ceremony or the 2 days before of the dye ceremony or the Hardi, the mother takes some oil once more and she saps the head. And while she's sapping the head, she's saying to you through mantras, through the pandit, she's saying, one day as a baby, as a child, I sapped your head and I took all your responsibility. Today, for the last time now, I'm about to give you this responsibility of sapping your head, because after that, you're supposed to have somebody else to do it for you. After that, all your responsibilities go. After a marriage, it is said now the husband and the wife must coexist together. They must support one another and their duties are towards one another. So the husband supports his wife and the wife supports the husband. And if the values are broken, that's where the marriage starts to break. The mothers and fathers, they are only there as a backbone and a form of strength from then onwards. But it is said from that moment of a marriage, all responsibilities are released. Have you ever seen when they do the Kanyadan part in a wedding? What happens? What happens in the Kanyadan part? You will see the mother and the father of the Dulahin. They bring out the Dulahin into the mandap. And she's standing there. And the mother takes her hand and she holds it and she puts her hand below the hand of the daughter. We have a little loy with flour and so. And the mother puts her hand beneath the daughter's hand. And then beneath the mother's hand now you're going to have the father's hand. And then beneath the father's hand, you're going to have the husband to be his hand. And it says now, when mantras are chanted and the water is poured, the Guru is saying today, we're about to release and let go the responsibilities of the parents now. So after the water is poured and the mantras are chanted, the Pandit will then tell to the mother of the daughter. The Pandit will say, Mother, all your life you grew up your daughter and you're holding her hand right now. Today remove your hand, but place her hand into that of the father, because the mother hand is there, the father hand is there, the husband to be hand is there. So the mother releases her hand and she lets go of responsibility. And the hand goes into that of the father. And the hand of the father is holding his daughter's hand. And below that now is the hand of the husband to be. At that point with the mantras, the Pandit is now telling to the Dulaha to be. He says at this point you're touching daddy's hand and the daughter's hand is inside. So make sure now anything you have to do, you must pass through the daddy first. Pass through father first, because you're going to the hand of the daughter. And after mantras are chanted, the father removes his hand and the daughter's hand is placed into that of the husband to be. And the father and the mother of the Dulahin, they are now saying, son, we have given the responsibility. Kanyadan is done. We have given responsibility to you now. You take care of our daughter. You make sure she's well. You make sure she eats. You make sure she lives happy and comfortable and contented. And she has whatever she needs and she wants in the world, because now she are in your care and your care alone. We will only be there for the advice and to give a word, but she will be in your care. Many of the young men don't realize the responsibilities they're getting themselves into when they go in a marriage. They just like and they jump in the marriage and become married and that's it. But they don't realize that every part of the ceremony, sometimes we say, Panditji, the ceremony too long, we don't want to do all this and all that. But everything has a role to play. That day, the husband takes all responsibility. In our katha, this son is married, but he doesn't take responsibility, because even after marriage, he goes back by his mother's home and he allows the mother to take care of him. It says on the day of the wedding, the parents of the Dulaha and the Dulahin, they are doing a worship. The Dulahin, mother and father, that girl that is about to get married, her parents, before the giving away, they will wash her feet and they will say, today we are respecting you as a goddess now, Mother Lakshmi, we'll put you on a pedestal. And then when they finish doing the offering of the Kanyadan, they come around now to do a Pau Puja, and they go by the husband now, who is sitting next to the Dulahin, and they wash his foot. And they say, today we want to respect you as a king, and we want to respect you as a Mahavishnu. So today, we want both of you to build your life together. In some cases, it might be different. But in our scripture, the meanings are like this. It says, when they respect the Dulaha and the Dulahin in such a way that they put them on a pedestal like God, like Bhagwan. The Dulaha represents Lord Vishnu. The Dulahin represents Mother Lakshmi. Now they must leave and make their lives on their own. They must now make a life of their own, because if they don't, then they are failing from the pedestal that they were put upon. They were put as a God, but then they are failing because they come back down. Today, this son is failing because he hasn't done what he has to do. Today, this son, he has fallen in his duties, and he has fallen in what he has to do in the world, because he was given a role and a responsibility, and that responsibility is to take care of a daughter. But today, he hasn't done that, and his mother still takes care of him. In turn, the mother will do what she can, but she will allow the daughter now to take care of all the chores of the home. And the mother says to her son, you have 6 brothers, they are happy and they have everything, but today I have to take care of you. Jayambe Maha, when will you get yourself on your own feet? When will you stand on your own grounds and do your own work and make your own finances and create your own life? It is only at some point in our lives we will realize that we say this saying that many people say, once a man, twice a child. What does it mean? Once a man and twice a child. We grow our children up, we give them all the money to go to school and to learn and to do whatever they have to do to get a job. But one day, no matter how much you earn and how much you have, you'll become old. And when you become old, then you become like a child. Because now that your children must come back to you to take care of you. Your children must make sure that you have. You work and you give them everything one day and you never complain. And then one day when you are old and you ask them now, well, could you buy me medication? Mommy and Tino have bills? Why do you try and find a way to get yourself? Once a man and twice a child, what goes around comes around. Grow your children up with the right morality, with the right value, with the right way of living and the right value of life in itself. So they will understand that while you take care of them one day they also have a duty towards you to take care of you. It is only part of life and duty towards the world. A mother, she loves her son so much that she will do whatever it takes to make him happy. Even though he's married, she will give him everything that she can. But yet then, she will speak to him every day. Today, friends, do you know how much your mother loves you? To those whose mothers are alive, do you know how much she sacrifices for you? Do you know how many days she probably cries, or how many days she probably wonders, I wonder what to do tomorrow to make her happy, or to make him happy, or what to do next? And you don't know how she's troubled and worried many a times just to make sure you get home safe, or you're on the road safe, or maybe on your job and you're happy, and she's only worrying until she sees you the next moment. A mother's love is incomparable in this world, and this bhajan speaks of it. माता पुत्र से प्यार क्या है जितना कौन करेगा इतना कौन करेगा इतना माता पुत्र से प्यार किया है जितना कौन करेगा इतना कौन करेगा इतना. Let us clap, everybody, boliye. नौ महीने उधर मेरा का जब दुनिया में आया नौ महीने उधर मेरा का जब दुनिया में आया सर्दे लगेगी चादर ओढ़ा सर्दे लगेगी चादर ओढ़ा तरसन धूर पिलाया कौन करेगा इतना कौन करेगा इतना राधे गोविंद बोल। तपक तपक कर सुख से सुलाया, गाकर सुरल बजाना। तपक तपक कर सुख के सुलाया, गाकर सुरल बजाना। बीमार परे जब बैज बुला कर, बीमार परे जब बैज बुला कर, औषध पान कराया। कौन करेगा इतना, कौन करेगा इतना। एवरीबॉडी बोलो। जवान भई जब शादी करना, तब तक प्रेम न जोते। जवान भई जब शादी करना, तब तक प्रेम न जोते। माता की ममता ऐसी बड़ी है, माता की ममता ऐसी बड़ी है, सागर बड़ा है जितना, कौन करेगा। I want you all tonight, to those who are here, I want you to take a moment and say a prayer for your mother. Even though sometimes we are on good terms with our mother, or maybe sometimes we are not on good terms with her, she has sacrificed. 9 mahine udhar mein rakha. For 9 months she sacrificed to bring you in the world. And while she took it upon herself to allow you to be here, we only owe it to her our love, our dedication, and our appreciation. Take a moment and close your eyes and say, Lord, I want you to bless my mother. Bless her with the strength, with the mentality, the right mindset, with the inner power that she deserves. For she would have brought me in the world and given me everything that I have till this day. And if your mother is not alive, then say a prayer and say, Lord, wherever her soul may be, we are only praying that she lives happy and contented. Today, my friends, as we dedicate ourselves and we pay respects, adorations to our mother. माता पुत्र से प्यार किया है जितना, कौन करेगा इतना, कौन करेगा इतना, कौन करेगा। Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. The love that the mother puts for us, we can never understand in the world, but she loves us more than anything. I'd mentioned on the first night, even if you argue with your mother and you say bad things to her, and you go out into the world and the world kicks you and you run back to her, the mother will still say, child, come. No matter how hurt she is, no matter how much she's going through in her life, she will always welcome you back. The true mother will always have a divine love for her children. Today it said while the mother loves her son, the 6 brothers, they are living their life and they are comfortable. But that one child who's giving all the problems, he has his wife and he doesn't live comfortable. But every day he's taunted by his other brothers. Every day his other brothers will look at him and they will laugh at him. And they will point a finger and they will look at him and they will say, look at you. All of us, we are happy and we have grown and we've matured mentally. And we have a job and we can work and bring our own money and our own finances. But look at you. You're a failure. You haven't done anything good, but you still live off your mother. It is no good. And they put him down. One of the worst things in the world to do is to bring depression into the life of somebody. One of the worst things in the world to do is to allow somebody to fall mentally and to become depressed, especially in our home and our families. While he sat down one day, he sat down with his wife, and his wife looked at him and she saw the sadness that grew on his face. And she says, what do you expect to do? This is what we have. We cannot do better. He walked out in the village and he started to ask for a job. He's asking, anything that I can do, I will do it. Anybody who needs help in cleaning their yard, anybody who wants to do hard work, whatever it is, tell me, I want to do it because I want to start earning. We must start teaching our children how to have an ambition to go outside and to get a job, or to work and to earn and to have something on their own. Don't just hand them down something. Because when we hand them down, the saying goes, easy come, easy go. When you just hand it to them, they don't know how hard you work for it. They don't know how to appreciate what they got. They just take it and they destroy it at some point. Because they didn't have to work for it. But we must teach them how to work and to work hard. And when they work hard and they earn their own things, they'll know how to appreciate it. They'll know how to survive in the world. That is your way of bringing them up in the world with a right mindset, a moral, a value, a character. So today, the husband spoke to his wife. And he says, I don't know what to do anymore, but I feel so depressed. I don't know how to live in this state anymore because everybody's looking at me. Everybody's looking down at me. And I feel as though I don't know what to do anymore. And he says, you know, Devi, please tell me something. I think I should leave this place. I think I should leave this land and I should go far away. But you can't come with me because if you come, who'll take care of mother? Listen, let's have understanding. Let's speak to one another. And let's have a mutual understanding. And let's come to the conclusion that I will go out somewhere far. I will go, I will walk, and wherever it takes me, I will work hard. And I will bring home money one day. And I will get a house one day. I will try to have ambition and do something good. But until then, please bear with me. And he spoke to his Dulahin. He spoke to his wife. And with a mutual understanding, she says, Patidev, we have no other choice. If you have to go, then go. We will have to have the understanding. Today, many marriages don't have understanding. Today, many relationships don't have understanding. Today, boyfriend and girlfriend, they only meet and after 6 months, they're fighting and they break up. Today, marriages, people get married and in no time, the marriage falls apart because there's no understanding. Everybody, sometimes, they only want things one way and that's their way. And nobody is willing to meet at the center. Nobody is willing to compromise anymore in the world. It's my way. They ever saying, it's my way, Ori? Highway. Nobody is willing to sacrifice. Nobody is willing to compromise. A young person says today, I work and I make my own money. You can't tell me what to do. A young man says the same thing. Well, I make my own money too, so you don't tell me what to do. And before you know it, 2 people fighting in a home and they break apart. Because everybody wants their own identity. And it's fine, but there must be a compromising point in order for it to work. Ask all the older people who sacrificed and work in the cane, and work in the gardens and the farms, and work in all the hardships every day. And they'll give you the stories, not just the man, but the woman, the mother, the father, they work together to make it out. Grandparents back home, great-grandparents back home. A wife didn't just sit down home, she went with her husband and she worked hard. And they made it out, and while they sacrificed, look at us today to enjoy. Because they work hard and they handed down what they have. Today the son decides that he wants to walk away. So he goes by his wife and he puts his hands together and he says, have patience and just bear with me, please. We will work together. Whatever mother tells you to do, just make her happy. But don't worry, one day it will be well. Nobody will take advantage of you. And she looks at him and she says, you know what? Okay, I will sacrifice. You go and you do what you must. He turns away and he's about to go and he says, wait a minute, before I go, while you're bearing patience with me, it is only right that I give you something that you always remember me and I will come back. So he took out his ring and he gave it to her. And when he gave it to her, she held on to the ring and she says, I will wait one day until you come. She then spoke now to her husband and she says, Patidev, you have given me a ring so that I will remember you. But what to give you to remember me? I only do the chores of your mother in this place. And every day, and even right now, all I do most of my days is take the gobar or the gauri and I paste the house. So here's what. I will take a little ball of gauri. You all know where's the gauri? Where's the gauri? Yeah. I will take a little ball of the gauri and I will give it to you and keep it. And every day you see this, remember my hard work and work hard and come back for me. I will wait for you. Even today in Bharadesh, when recently I had passed through Vrindavan and Mathura, and so even then they take the gauri, the gobar, as we say, they take the cow down and they mix it with the dry grass and they put it to dry. And they use it now for fuel. They, as we say, lipe the homes. Long time the older people had lipe house. Young people don't know about lipe house. The older people, my grandmother, I remember, she used to go on her knees and she will take now the cow down and she will mix it with the earth and she will mix it with the grass and she will lipe the floor of the bottom of the house, the entire floor on her knees. She will lipe the walls and the house will remain cool and nice. Whether it's hot, it will remain nice and cool. Young people today, they have to stand up with a broom and they complain after 5 minutes. They can't go on their knees for more than 5-10 minutes. They will complain their back will break. But the older people did it. They sacrificed on their knees and they did it. Today they said, she took out a little bit of the gauri and she says, take this with you. And he held it in his hand. And he says, I will keep it to remember you. And he started to walk. And she says, remember, don't take long. Because I'll be here and I'll be waiting. And while he's about to leave and he's about to go on his journey, while he will go on his path, remember that day when the Divine Lord, when he was about to find Devi Sita Mata, he turned to Bajrangabali and in the same way, he says, Mahavir Swami, today I will give you something to hold on to. And when you hold on to this, when you find Devi, give it to her. And allow her to know that you've come from my behalf. Know that you've come that from my name. And she will ensure that she will speak to you in the right context. She will ensure that you are treated well. But make sure you give her hope and let her know that I will come soon. Listen to this beautiful line. Dravaho sude pata karahi sumari achar ko kar palahi bekari ko kari taraka barhave saka Ram siya kar hohi huvara Ram siya kar ke bhari धीरज धर्म करे की हारे राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय जय ओ मंगल भवन अमंगल हारे द्रवहु सुदशरथ अजर विहारे राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय जय राम हरि अनंत हरि कथा अनंत कहि सुनहि बहु विधि सब संता राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम Ram Jai Jai Shri Ram Jai Rama. Everybody boliye Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jai Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Ram. A little more volume. Ram Siya Ram. One more time with love, bole pyari. Ram Siya Ram. Ram Siya Ram. Siya Ram Jai Ram. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki. It is said, devotees, that when at this time the husband decides to leave and he goes far away, she stood there holding the ring in her hand and she looked at him walking away. And she held on to the ring and she thought to herself, you know what? One day he will come back. He left and he went. She gave him a farewell. She gave him a hug. And she gave him something to hold on to. How many people leave us in the world and we never get to even say bye-bye? How many people leave us in the world and we never get to say goodbye? How many people mothers pass away and we don't get to say I love you for the last time? How many people fathers depart? How many people brothers, they die in accidents when they go to sleep? Bad things happen. People die. And sometimes we never get to say sorry. We never get to say thank you. We never get a moment to even apologize for things and situation, or to even give a gratitude. That is why they say when you have the people in your life, cherish them while you have them. Love them while you have them. Treat them nice while you have them, because you don't know what tomorrow brings. You don't know what the next moment brings. Appreciate people in your life. Gratitude is a blessing. Baba Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai says to the world that being grateful is a blessing. Being ungrateful is a sin. Show gratitude to the world. Show gratitude. You know, one day I was doing a puja, and while doing the puja, the family members, they were doing their prayer. And there was one individual who was invited to take photography. He was about to do like the video and take photography of the puja. He was a non-Hindu, but he just came because he was booked to be there. And while we were doing the puja, we were explaining everything in the puja. And we were saying now to the devotees at this point, hold rice and flowers in your hands. We're about to invite the deities on this altar that we've prepared with love. We're about to now pray, and we're holding the rice as if rice represents food and food represents wealth. And a form of wealth in our life is food, something to eat. And we're about to offer the flower. Allow the petals and the softness of the petals to represent your heart with the softness of love that you will offer to Bhagwan. And we are explaining that while you're holding this now, we are going to offer prayer and devotion to the altar. And the altar has been made out of the earth. So we are thanking the earth for walking on her every single day. We are thanking Dharti Mata, Mother Earth, for who we are. Because we've come from the earth. The body is made out of the earth. We spoke about the earth on the first night. The body is made out of the earth, and when we die, we go back to the earth because the ashes will go there. Thank you, Ma, for allowing us to walk on here. You are Prithvi Maya. And we were explaining while there's the, as we say, the banana plant or the fig plant. And we have the tulsi, and we have sometimes the people plant. And we have the auspicious items on the bedi. And we are offering the dye and the sindoor, and we are offering the hardi and all these auspicious items. And the hardi represents purification. It purifies our thoughts and our mind and our consciousness to do prayers. The sindoor, it said as the woman wears a mark of sindoor to mark her marriage. We respect her, so we offer the sindoor for respect. We respect you, Lord, for who you are. Allow the world to respect me in turn. And we were explaining every bit of the puja. And for a person who was a non-Hindu, at the end of the puja, he says, you know something? I go many times and I do videography and photography of prayers and puja all over the place, but I never took a second to understand. And today, you know what I understand from what you do? And I said, what do you understand? He says, I understand in a nutshell that when Hindu devotees do a puja, we are showing gratitude to nature for what we have. And I said, well, that's a nice way to put it. Because you use flowers, you use rice as food, you have earth to worship earth, you're using leaves, mango leaves, you have neem leaves, you have Devi in the form of tulsi, you have the fig plant that represents life. You're using flowers, you're using supari that comes from the trees, you're using the clove that comes from the trees, you're offering prasad that is made out of the flower that has come from the earth. Many things he noticed, and he said, you know what? A puja simply means gratitude to God. And that is what we do when we do prayers. Thank you, Lord, for what I have. When I offer these items, cleanse me, purify me, transform me. Give back to me what I need and what I deserve in the world, because I'm giving you what I have. This is what I have. The best I can give and the most that we have in the world to have a value is money. So I give you money as well. I give you dakshina and I give you what I have. Allow it to flow back in my life, because I'm giving wholeheartedly with what I have. And even a non-Hindu could have understood. Prayer means gratitude. Gratitude is a blessing. Being ungrateful is a sin. Show gratitude to the people in your life. Sometimes it's nice to just walk up to your mother random at any random day and say, Mom, you know what? I just want to say thank you. And she might say, what happened? You're mad? You alright? You good? You feeling well? And say, Mom, don't worry about it. I just want to say thank you, that's all. It don't need to be for any reason. I'm just saying thank you. Gratitude is important. It takes a humble person to say thank you. When you're not humble, you stand up big and say, you know what? No, he understands. I don't need to tell him. It takes a humility, or the humility of an individual, to tell somebody thank you. It takes humility of an individual to say, I'm sorry, and to apologize. Because some people think we are too big to say sorry. Some people think, well, you know what? Well, I his business. You know what? It's okay. If he can't come to me, I will not go to him. It takes humility to become somebody big in the world. And you have to start first. If you wait for the world to turn to you, then ego is speaking. Today, this wife, she looks at her husband walking away, and she sacrifices, and she turns around now, and she will go back to the home. And as soon as the husband walks away and the mother sees him leaving to go, she knows that he's gone for a sacrifice. She looks at the daughter-in-law now. And sometimes this could be a problem, right? She looks at the daughter-in-law now and she says, yes, what? Well, he gone. Nobody to protect you. So listen, you see that gauri that you've been placing around the house? You will continue from today. Now you have to work for you and for him, because he's not here. So now you will have to work the hard way. You will go in the forest, and every day he used to help bring a little wood for the fire. You will bring wood for the fire now. Make sure you get up early morning and break wood for the fire. Make sure you leave the home after you bring the wood. And not that, you have 6 brothers to take care of. Your husband gone. But make sure when you're done, you make roti for everybody. Make sure you make sabji for everybody. Make sure you take care of everybody. And she looked at the mother and she says, you know what? Sometimes you have to sacrifice. It's okay. All good things will come with great sacrifice. Nowadays, young people, you could tell them that? Never. Nowadays, they will stand up and tell you, no, I will not do it. Nowadays, they will tell you, I will pack my bag and I will leave. I am not going to do it. But nothing comes without sacrifice. Nothing comes without hard work. One day you will sit and you will think back and you will appreciate your life when you work hard to climb the ladder. So today, she looks at the mother-in-law and she says, don't worry, Maya, I will do what I can. And she decides to go out now and she cuts wood. For the first time, she's holding the blade and she cuts wood. And she takes the bundle and she puts it on her head and she brings it back. And when she brings it back to the home, she's tired now. She's feeling the pain on her head, but she comes back. And she decides now that she will start to cook. And she will cook everything that she has to. And she will bear the heat of the fire. And she will bear the heat of everything else that is there. And when she's finished, she will sit there and she will be hungry. And before she can even take a mouthful of food, the mother-in-law will come back to her and say, wait a minute, you're taking a 5 already? The yard have to sweep. The yard have to clean up. Are there any mother-in-law like that? I hope you're not like that or no? Long ago, many of the mother-in-law used to be like this. Nowadays, it happens here and there. But many of the mothers now, they try to compromise and they try to make it easy for their children. And sometimes when they make it too easy, even then the children have problems, but they try their best. It is said Bhagwan Shri Krishna in our message. He turns to his mother and he will always try to make his mother happy. But no matter how much he tries, the mother will always look at him and she will say, you know what, Kanha? Even though I love you so much, you have to help me too. You have to bring water too. You have to do your chores too. And the mother looks at Kanha. Listen to this beautiful line. Shama Gauri Anga Dibo Sanadir Naganda Chamara Dulabu Kabe Chamara Dulabu Kabe Iribo Mukha Chanda Jivane Marane Gati Aranahimo Radha Krishna Pranamor Jogala Kishore Radha Krishna Pranamor Jogala Kishore Jivane Marane Gati Jogala Kishore Jivane Marane Gati Jogala Kishore Radha Krishna Pranamor Jogala Kishore Gauri Anga Dibo Janadir Naganda Shama Gauri Anga Dibo Janadir Naganda Chamara Dulabu Kabe Chamara Dulabu Kabe Iribu Mukha Chanda Jivane Marane Gati Arana Yemo Radha Krishna Pranamor Jogala Kishore Jai Govinda Kalindira Kule Kele Karamira Gana Kalindira Kule Kele Karamira Vana Ratana Vidhirahu Ratana Vidhirahu Baso Bajo Jana Jivane Marane Gati Jogala Kishore Radha Krishna Pranamor Jogala Kishore Jai Govinda Radha Krishna Pranamor Jogala Kishore Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. It is said today, she started to do all the chores that she was given, but she never complained. You know what? She accepted it. And she said, everything will happen for a time. Everything only happens for a time. Our hard work will only happen for a time. One day all the bad things will end. And we will be happy and comfortable. Patience is virtue. We must have patience in the world. Today, she waits, and every day she gets up. And she lapays the ground, and she lapays the house, and she gets the wood, and she comes back, and she makes food for everybody, and she sits there tirelessly, and she takes care of the yard, and she does everything that she has to do, and then a day to come now, she has gone in the depth of the forest, and she's cutting wood. And when she's cutting wood, she hears people chanting a song. She hears people singing out something, and she doesn't understand. So she drops everything, and she follows the path. She knows in her own house, when she go back home, she can't just eat and drink anything as she wills. So she says, you know what? Maybe if there's people in the forest doing something, maybe I'll get something to drink. So she drops everything and she goes to find out where the sound is coming from. And when she passes some trees and bushes and she makes her way, she then sees at that point now, she sees some mothers, some women, they're standing in front of an altar. The altar has a murti of Devi Durga. And their hands are placed together and they're praying to Durga Mata. They're chanting their prayer, and she stands for a while and she looks at them and she's trying to understand what are they doing, because she doesn't know of this worship. She waits for them to finish, and when they are finished and they have completed now, she sees fruits and prasad and she walks up to them and she says, can I have one of this? And they look at her and they're asking, where have you come from? We've never seen you before. But you know what? Take, this is prasad. Eat something. Drink something. And they're treating her well. And she starts to question now, what have you all been doing? Who is this deity that you're praying to? What are you all praying to? What is this? Tell me, explain to me. And one of the mothers starts to explain to her, haven't you heard? This is Durga Devi Mata. It is the time of the 9 days of worship. And today you've come in the right time to get something, because we are glorifying Devi Durga Maya. And she's asking, glorifying Devi? So what does it mean to glorify Devi? And they start to give her details. A 9-day period, a 9-night period will come. And when the 9 days and the 9 night comes, we sacrifice as women every day and we pray to the mother. We try to fast without eating anything for 9 days as a proper fast. We try not to consume anything for 9 days and 9 nights. We offer haldi. We offer sindur. We offer agarbati. We offer now the arti. We make malas. We offer naivedya, prasad. And we glorify Devi Mata. And we offer grains. And we offer food. And we offer many things to her. And at the end of it all, we perform mantra jap. And we chant her name. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Haven't you heard of this? She says, no, I've never seen this or heard of this before. Well, here's what. And they're telling to her. To the person who performs fast for Nauraatri period, it is said to those who wish to have a child and they can't, they are blessed with a child. To those who are living in poverty, wealth comes your way. To those who are undergoing a sickness or an illness, they become healed by the miracle of the mother. To those who are going through hard times in their homes and in their families, the mother blesses them with auspiciousness and with joy. To those who are having problems on their job, pray to her in this time. And they will get the promotion they're seeking for. They will get the upliftment that they're looking for. And mentally, to those who want to simply receive darshan of Devi Mata, they will get the darshan. And she says, really? Can you please tell me the procedure? Tell me how to do it. Explain to me. And the woman starts explaining to her. And she takes this to mind. And she's about to go back home. And she goes with the bundle on her head. And when she goes back home now, she does all the chores, but she puts aside a little time in her day for the 9 days to do devotion to Devi Durga. How many of us sacrifice in our day to take 5 minutes to pray with all the busyness in our lives? How many people wake up in the morning and says, let me just take 5 minutes before I get off the bed or before I get busy, let me just take 5 minutes. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Jagadamba Mata Ki. Take 5 minutes in your day and pray. Take a little moment in your life and remember that you're blessed because of God to be alive. Take 5 minutes of your daily life, no matter how busy you are, dedicated to God, whether it's being here or in your personal time. It will help you. It will motivate you. It is at this time where Devi, she's in disguise and she sees now the effort of an honest Devi, an honest woman. And every day when she finishes her chores, she starts to do the fast. It is said she's doing the fast and the entire Nauraatri has come to an end. But the days have continued and she continues her fast. From one Nauraatri to the other, she's tired because every day she gets up early, she goes, she gets the wood, she comes back, she repairs the house, she makes food for everybody. She cleans the yard, she does her chores. She takes a minute in her life, or 5 minutes in her daily life, and she prays. Another Nauraatri comes, and when another Nauraatri came, after 1 year, she received a letter on the first day of Nauraatri. And what does the letter say? The letter says, "My dear wife, you haven't heard me for 1 year. But today I want to tell you that I've been working hard. I will come home very soon in the near days because I've made so much money. I started a job in a company, and for whatever reason, a few months ago, I got a promotion. Maybe you're praying for me and I don't know. But I've received a promotion and I'm making enough money now. I've become a co-partner with the man in charge, and I think I have enough at this time to come back home. Look out for me and I'll be back one day soon." And she saw the letter and she smiled, and she took the letter to her altar and she placed it there, and she says, "You know what, Maya, it is after 1 year of my sacrifice to you that I receive a letter on the first day of Nauraatri." And she continues her devotion. While she continues devotion, it is said now, on the 8th day, that day that is called the Ashtami day, one day she's standing outside and she's sweeping the yard. And while she's sweeping the yard, in a distance now, she sees from on the road, in a distance, she sees as though there's like something smoky in the air. And she doesn't know what it is. So she goes and she calls her mother-in-law, "Ari Maya, I think somebody's coming from a far distance. Look, you could see the smoke in the air, the dust in the air." And the mother stands and she looks, and when she looks and she peeks, she says, "Wait a minute, your husband is coming back. My son is coming back. Come on, fix up everything as fast as you can. My son is coming home." And while the son is about to come home, the mother-in-law says to her, "Listen this plan and I'll tell you well, you're my daughter-in-law. When he reaches close enough, I want you to drop the broom and I want you to come and sit down and relax, and I want you to act as though nothing happened. You don't work hard, you don't do nothing wrong, you just sit there and you relax." Really have mother-in-law like that? And make sure you don't tell him how much you worked. And you know what? She listens because she's obedient, because patience is virtue. And the husband will come. And when he will come, the husband walks in the yard. And when he sees her, she's sitting there as though nothing has happened. And the mother comes out from the kitchen now and she brings roti and she says, "My child, look, take roti, eat something, huh?" And she sees her son, she says, "Look how nice I take care of her." Sometimes you look at people and you don't know what they're going through, you know. Everything looks nice and glamorous on the outside, but you don't know what people are really going through in their life. That is why you must never pass the eye by people. Be careful with the people in your life. Be nice to the people of the world, because you don't know what people are going through. And that day when the son walked up to the mother is waiting joyous to simply say, "My son has come home, he probably has bring so much money back for the home now." And he says, "Maya," and he touched the foot of the mother. He says, "Maya, I want to tell you something. Ma, because of your blessing, I have worked so much to make so much money. Ma, I bless you, I've brought money for you, Ma. Look, take some of the money that I've worked hard for. But today," he says, "Dolahin, come, stand with me. Dolahin, today, pack your things. We have a home to go to now. We have a home to go back to. I've worked hard, and we have money, and we have wealth, and I've given money to my mother, and she's happy and comfortable now." And it is said on the 8th day of Nauraatri, she looks at the mother and she's walking out the yard, and she sees a tulsi plant that she would have placed flowers by. And she says to the mother, Tulsi Maya, you know what? The mother has answered my prayer. It is Nauraatri period. And I can testify to say that when you worship Devi in Nauraatri, your prayers will come to pass. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki! And when she touches the Tulsi plant, listen to this beautiful one. Radha Krishna Seva Pavo E Abhilasi Radha Krishna Seva Pavo E Abhilasi. Maya, this one is for you, right? Tulsi Mata. Tulsi Krishna Preyase Namo Namaha Tulsi Krishna Preyase Namo Namaha. Jai Ho! ये तुम्हारा शरणालय सारा वंशा पूर्ण हो ये तुम्हारा शरणालय सारा वंशा पूर्ण हो कृपा कोरी कोरो तारे वृंदावन वासी कृपा कोरी कोरो तारे वृंदावन वासी. तुलसी कृष्णा प्रेयसी नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्णा प्रेयसी नमो नमः. मोरा ये अभिलाष विलास मुझे दियो बात मोरा ये अभिलाष विलास मुझे दियो बात नयने हीरी वो सारा जुगला रूपरासी नयने हीरी वो सारा जुगला रूपरासी. तुलसी कृष्णा प्रेयसी नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्णा प्रेयसी नमो नमः. निवेदना धारो सकीरनु गाता कोरो निवेदना धारो सकीरनु गाता कोरो शिवा अंधिकारा दिए कोरो निर्जदासे शिवा अंधिकारा दिए कोरो निर्जदासे. तुलसी कृष्णा प्रेयसी नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्णा प्रेयसी नमो नमः. दीन कृष्णा दासे कोई ये जना मोरा हो दीन कृष्णा दासे कोई ये जना मोरा हो श्री राधा गोविंद प्रेमे सरजेन भासे श्री राधा गोविंद प्रेमे सरजेन भासे तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसे नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसे नमो नमः। जय वृंदे देवी 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 जय तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी। वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की तुलसी महारानी की जय। It is said she touched the feet of Tulsi Mata. And on that day when she touched the feet of Tulsi Devi, she walked away and she entered her new home. Happy, comfortable, contented. And the husband said to her, you know what? Great things come with great sacrifice. She waited her time, she waited her years, she went through her hard times. But one day, like we say, we will see the light at the end of it. Bear patience, my friends. We go through so many things in the world. Some people go through so much and they lose faith and they break down. But with prayer and with power of devotion, everything is possible. This is where we end our beautiful message tonight. As we end our message, it is at this time we are about to join in our Havan Puja. And we will invite each and everyone to take part as we say Swaha loudly after each offering, as we are about to make these offerings into the sacred fire. We offer Achmana this time. Om Sarvatartha Samayuktam Sughandim Dalvalam Jalam Achmanyam Mayadattam Grihanam Sarvantamangalamata Achmanyam Samarpayami. Om Shinamagnevyo Namo Namaha Mantrapushpam Samarpayami Sarveshwaraya Namaha Nidhanapatantakaya Namaha. We make offerings into the fire this time. We all join as we say Swaha loudly after each offering. Om Sri Ramagne Namaha Swaha. Om Prajapate Namaha Swaha. Om Indraya Namaha Swaha. Om Lambodharaya Namaha Swaha. Om Bhalachandraya Namaha Swaha. Om Sakalarevaya Namaha Swaha. Om Rudraya Namaha Swaha. Om Kalvikarnaya Namaha Swaha. Om Govindaya Namaha Swaha. Om Ishrivtaya Namaha Swaha. Om Rudraya Namaha Swaha. Om Gajagaurishwaraya Namaha Swaha. Om Harivittalaya Namaha Swaha. Om Ishrivtaya Namaha Swaha. Om Kalvikarnaya Namaha Swaha. Om Govindaya Namaha Swaha. Om Harisundaraya Namaha Swaha. Om Gopinathaya Namaha Swaha. Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Rudraya Namaha Swaha. Om Rudratmakaya Namaha Swaha. Om Dumdurgaya Namaha Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. We make 5 final shares at this time. Gayatri Mantra 3 times, everybody. Om Bhurvuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Na Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurvuvasvaha तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनां मृत्युर्मोक्ष्यमामृतात् स्वाहा. Let us all stand for the final offering. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ सर्वं वै पूर्णत्वं स्वाहा. We offer Achman around the fire 3 times. सर्वपापहरं देवं गाङ्गेयं निर्मलं जलम् आचमयं मेदितं गृह्णां परमेश्वरम् आचमयं समर्पयामि अग्निदेवताय नमः. We take a flower and we fan Agnidev in all directions. Varnaspatirisubhutagandhadagandhuttama argya sarvadevanam dhupoyam pratigartam dhupoyam samarpayami Om Shrinamagnebhyo namo namaha. Everybody extend your arms, take blessings of Agnidev. Mangalam Bhagavan Vishwamangalam Garudatvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalayatano Hari. Agnidevta ki Jai. At this time now we're about to join in our beautiful Aarti. सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया. अरे मंगल की सेवा सुनो मेरी देवा हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार तेरे. सुन मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल. पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल ये तेरे बीत चराया ये तेरे बीत चराया. मंगल की सेवा सुनो मेरे देवा हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार तेरे. सुन मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी सुबह चोल तेरे अंग विराजे सुबह चोल तेरे अंग विराजे. सुबह चोल तेरे अंग विराजे केसर तिलक लगाया केसर तिलक लगाया. मंगल की सेवा सुनो मेरी देवा हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार तेरे. सुन मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी ब्रह्मा वेर परे तेरे द्वारे ब्रह्मा वेर परे तेरे द्वारे. ब्रह्मा वेर परे तेरे द्वारे शंकर ध्यान लगाया शंकर ध्यान लगाया. मंगल की सेवा सुनो मेरी देवा हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार तेरे. सुन मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती. धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती मोहन भोग लगाया मोहन भोग लगाया. मंगल की सेवा सुनो मेरी देवा हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार तेरे. सुन मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी धानो भगत मय तेरे गुण गाये, धानो भगत मय तेरे गुण गाये। धानो भगत मय तेरे गुण गाये, मनवांचित फल पाया, मनवांचित फल पाया। मंगल की सेवा सुनो मेरी देवा, हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार तेरे, सुन मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी। बजरंग बली 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 बजरंग बली। तुम बरे वीर बलवान महावीर बजरंगी, तुम बरे वीर बलवान महावीर बजरंगी। मैं धरो तिहारो ज्ञान महावीर बजरंगी, मैं धरो तिहारो ज्ञान महावीर बजरंगी। पवन पुत्र अंजनी दुलारे, पवन पुत्र अंजनी दुलारे, रघुनंदन के प्राण प्यारे। जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान महावीर बजरंगी। तुम बरे वीर बलवान महावीर बजरंगी। जय 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 हनुमान, 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 जय 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 हनुमान। जय 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 हनुमान, 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 जय 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 हनुमान। हनुमान 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 हनुमान। पावन सुध हनुमान की जय। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। उमापति महादेव की, बजरंगबली की जय। सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय जय। सीताराम। Let us all take our seats, everyone.